Hello and welcome back. Today I had a beautiful conversation with someone and I learned a lot of things. Here's one of the things that I learned. One of the questions was, why do you think it's challenging to manifest after becoming aware? Like, why is that so hard? Well, it's not that it's hard. It's that the law is the same and functions the same whether you are awake or you are asleep. When you're running on autopilot and you're asleep, and the way you feel about yourself, the law of identical harvest. Remember, if you listen to that lecture, I suggest you do. I'll put a link in there somewhere. The law of identical harvest. When you're unaware and you don't know how you feel, and quite frankly, you don't care because you don't think there's anything about it. You don't think there's anything different. You just don't care because you don't know. But the minute you become aware or you start to wake up and rouse yourself, now you're faced with, oh, I feel that way about myself. And then you realize the only person who can change the way you feel about yourself is you. That's a huge responsibility. It can almost make you feel like you're being burdened by it. Being awake can sometimes feel like a burden. But I say change the perspective. It is a privilege to be able to guide and direct your own life, the captain of your own ship. That's what that is. That's what awareness does. It gives you the confidence and the power to run your own life. Because as Neville says, depending on what state you are in, because we're always manifesting, and he says everybody is you pushed out. So he gave an analogy in the lecture about the thief and the person who, if they felt like they were going to be burgled, then the thief who knew that they were a thief, they were going to burgle you because that's how you felt. And because it has to manifest, that's what happens. Thief meets the person who's afraid of being burgled. The reason why the state is very important. Whatever state you are in now consciously, you are aware of being in that state. You put yourself in a position to be a facilitator for somebody else's manifestation, because that's what we do all day, every day. We manifest morning, noon, and night. The state that you are in determines, are you going to be used or are you going to facilitate? Because the states will come together. Birds of a feather, they have to come together. They have to balance. It's the identical harvest. You plant potatoes, you're going to reap potatoes. But if you don't know that you're in that state, meaning if you are asleep, then you're going to be roped into something, all because you're helping somebody else, because everybody is you pushed out. And some people I've heard, actually, some people say that everybody's your slave. I don't like that. I don't like that term. I think there's a better way of saying it. I think you're either going to facilitate or you're going to be used. But I still like facilitate better. What are you facilitating? And that depends on the state that you are in. And that's why it can sometimes feel challenging that now that you're awake, oh my God. And that's when you feel like there's so much wrong with you. But there's nothing wrong with you. It's just that you didn't know. You didn't know the law before. It is a privilege to know the law. It really, really is. I wanted to be really quick and share that with you. And so let me say it to you again. Sometimes it can feel challenging when you're rousing yourself or waking up that, oh my God, this is such a burden, such a huge responsibility. I've got to be thinking about everything. Well, no, you don't have to think about everything. You just got to decide what state you want to be in. That's as easy as it is. Because whatever state you're in, you're going to be a facilitator for someone else because everybody is you pushed out. I hope that made sense. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. We're all on this journey together, so we may as well get to know each other better. Much love.